Alright, I just finished row 1 of the side rows of the afghan. I'm going to go on to row 2, and for row 2 we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to turn the work. So just flip that over, and now we're going to work up and down the ripple of the side, and this is how you do it. We're going to make 3 double crochet in each of these spaces with chain 1s in between them, and then do our normal corner. And the instructions say to chain 4 counts as double crochet, chain 1, turn. I've done that. 3 double crochet, chain 1 in each of the next 3 chain spaces. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Now you should have 3 shells on this side, and now we're going to work into the corner or the peak of the hills on the ripple. So we're going to do our normal corner, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. All in that chain 2 space. And now we're going to work on the down slope. So we're going to have to chain 1, and then we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 1 in the next 2 spaces, and then just 3 double crochet in that 3rd space. Alright, so 3 double crochet, chain 1, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet, chain 1, and now we're only going to just do 3 double crochet and not chain 1, because we're in the very bottom of the valley of the ripple. If you look at the ripples like hills and valleys, that's how it was. So when you look at it now, when you finish those, you should have 4 shells up this side and 4 shells down that side, including the ones in the corner. Alright, now what we're going to do, it may say turn corner. We're turning the corner to go up the next hill. We're skipping these 2 shells and the space between them, and we're going to work into this space next. So we're going to repeat from the start across the row, which is 3 double crochet, chain 1 in each of the next 3 chain spaces. So 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, that's once, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 twice, and then 3 times. So I'm not going to have you watch me go all the way to the other end of this. You know, it says in the directions to repeat from start, and that is just going up and down on these sides, skipping that hole in these 2 shells and not putting a chain between those shells in the valley. And in the peaks you do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Do that all the way across. When I get to the end of row 2, I will resume the video. Okay, and then row 2 at the end, it says end row with chain 1, double crochet, and top of turning chain. So just chain 1 and double crochet in the top of that turning chain, just like so. Now we're going to end off A and join B. I like to end off with a little chain and pull that tight just to secure it. Just like so. And for me, color B is this medium blue. I'm going to get that out. So this is how I will join mine in. I'm turning this over. And you can keep joining it the same way you have been. Just going to leave that tail go across there because I'm going to work over the tail for the first couple stitches. Leave a long enough tail to draw in later. And in the top of that last double crochet, we'll make a slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to read row 3. Okay, with B, chain 3 and turn. Well, I've already turned, so I'm going to chain 3, which is just 2 more from the one I've already done. Alright, and 2 double crochet in the first space. So when I work those 2 double crochet, I'm going to work over those tails just to secure them in place until I can draw them in better later. Okay, so the chain and the 2 double crochet makes it look like 3 double crochet shell. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and then 3 double crochet, chain 1 in each chain 1 space. So that's each one that goes across here, because this one is a chain 2 space. So 3 double crochet, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, chain 1 all the way up the hill, chain 1. Now we're to the corner. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in next chain 2 space, and then we'll chain 1. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1. Right? Chain 1 and each of the next chain 2 spaces. So it's how many ever there are on this side, because we're going to just be repeating this for the several rows. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3, and chain 1, and then we're going to do one more. 1, 2, 3, but do not chain 1. Again, we're going to have 4 shells on each slope, except for the first one's going to have 5. The first slope is going to increase for 7 rows. Okay, but all the rest of the slopes are going to remain the same. Okay, now turn the corner, so we're going to skip these 2 in this hole and turn the corner and go up this side. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, just like we did the row below. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then we're going to work the corner again. So yeah, we're going to turn corner and repeat from star across row, and then when I get to the other end, I'll show you what the end width is. So see you there. I'm finishing row 3, and it says to end with 2 double crochet and turning chain. So what you do is you put in that space, you put 2 double crochet, and then you're going to put a double crochet in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3, just like so, like we've been doing on the other end, on the sides. So there we go. So that's row 3. We're going to move on to row 4, and the pattern says rows 4 to 7 repeat rows 2 to 3 twice, changing colors with the established pattern. So you want to keep going, and I will then on rows 8 to 14 you repeat rows 1 through 7. So and then after that it says repeat for the other side. So I'm going to do all of those rows 8 through 14 on this side, 1 through 14 on this side. Then I'll turn it around, and of course you count from the point on the end of your thing to start your next side. And then I'm going to do 1 through 14 on this side, and then we're going to just switch it around and do the ends again. So I will resume it when we get to when we're done with the side rows. So I will see you there.